Welcome to day 3 in our question reframing series. And today's question is, why did automating this make everything worse? And that question makes total sense to most of us because we didn't rush it. We didn't duct tape anything together. We were intentioned and followed the steps and expected everything to get easier. So when the opposite happened, the obvious conclusion is that the automation broke something. But here's the part that most people miss, and that's automation doesn't create new problems. It exposes problems that were already there. Manual processes feel like they work because humans quietly fill in the gaps. We make the judgment calls automatically from muscle memory. We interpret intent. We smooth over inconsistencies without even realizing that we're doing it. And none of that gets documented. It just lives in someone's head. So the moment you go to automate, the system loses the ability to guess. Machines are dumb. They only know what you tell it. So if you don't tell it every little step in the decision-making process, then those things get left behind. And suddenly all that invisible decision making shows up as errors, weird behavior, or things breaking downstream. So when I look at this, I don't start by inspecting the automation. Before I even get started, I make sure that my decision load is clearly documented. Each step, where there are potential gaps in things that need a decision process. Well, if it's this, then that, or if it's that, then this. Those kind of things in a repeatable process that's being operated by a machine need to be clear. So where in our broken automation has that clarity been assumed instead of being defined? Because every place a person used to pause and think is now a place where the system needs an answer. The better question isn't why automation made it worse. It's what was unclear or inconsistent before I even ever started the process of automating it. And the next step is simple. Look at every spot where the system hesitates, misfires, or behaves oddly. Bad behavior should not be tolerated by anyone. That's not a signal to add more automation or to throw more things on top of it. It's just a matter of understanding exactly what is missing and fill in those gaps. Best next steps for your automation, thinking about what happens before, what happens during, and what happens after whatever process you're trying to automate, because you need those exact steps documented, and then you can build your workflow on top of that documentation. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know.